Thank you so much, Niranjan sir. Your words of wisdom and encouragement is always very, very inspiring for all of us. There are a couple of questions we have received from Mahi members and Mahi leaders. I would like to pick up the first one, which says the impact of COVID on residential and commercial properties. How's it different before Corona, now, during Corona, and post Corona impact?
We have been extremely fortunate. I think after demonetization, after GST, after RERA, after ILFS, and then the coming of COVID, we had 4 or 5 bad years in which we done. Probably the longest depression that real estate had ever seen. So obviously, this was a tremendous crisis in the real estate business. And when COVID came, I thought it was the destruction of lots and many. Unfortunately, I was partly right, but the word is partly right is correct because it didn't affect everybody in the industry. It didn't affect the majority of people in the industry, but there were a few and far between which got totally destroyed. And those businesses are still suffering in terms of the real estate business. But those who were able to ride the waves, what happens when you have a sickness? The importance is to be able to ride the sickness. When you have a financial problem, what is the issue and how do we address it? We have to work towards addressing that problem and riding the wave at the time when there is a problem. So all this becomes extremely important. And those companies, those corporates, those projects, those issues, which could ride the waves and be able to do it, have done extremely well. Of course, this is supported by the low cost of interest, which the banking system has done, which has come to almost 6.5% for this thing. For affordable housing, we have a 3% interest subsidy for 15 years, plus an income tax benefit to that. And we also have the situation wherein a large amount of stocks were readily available in the marketplace, which got sold out. So we have the good, bad, and ugly. The good, which did extremely well. There was a consolidation. Many of the large corporates were able to sell a huge amount of stocks. Many people bought these apartments because they wanted to upgrade their homes. The work from home idea was there. Also the fact that people realized, earlier the husband, wife would be only there over the weekends. The children would be in their schools. They had different activities. They would go on holidays over weekends. All this was not possible. So the importance of the home, a larger home, an affordable home, a better quality home with more facilities became an ideal. And those who could afford it, those who never thought of buying it or upgrading their homes, did that upgrading. In the process of it, COVID became a realization, and especially with stamp duty benefits, which Maharashtra government and some of the 2 other governments have given, a huge amount of change took place. So real estate for many of them has been a good year, and we were able to do more business in 9 months post-COVID than we did in a complete earlier year. So many companies did extremely well, and these are there. Another thing which reports have come to me from the housing finance companies, from the banks, that the intimation I got that only 7% of the people ask for a benefit of restructuring or not paying their EMIs. Most of them did not have to do it. In reality, if you look at the total collection, there were so many people who wanted to pay off their home loans that many of them paid ahead of time because they wanted the security that their home loan should not suffer, but they would sacrifice something else to pay off their home loans. So all in all that we have seen, that COVID has turned an importance to the residential house, and many people are doing it and buying the houses. And this is one of the few times where it was not only the affordable segment of housing which has taken a leap, but even the higher and larger size houses have done extremely well in terms of the total thing. Mumbai, not only the other regions of areas, certain areas, of course, have done better. Some have done not so better. But you had to be able to ride the wave. Those who got sunk or got drowned in the situation are still struggling to come out of it, or projects which are struggling are still struggling. On the developer finance, the story is, of course, different. Because of the various constraints of finance and others, and the regulatory system that came up in RERA and others, many have had problems to do. Some of them, I think, have been able to manage to redo these things. Over a period of time, capital will come into this thing, and I do believe a lot of consolidation will take place. Time will tell how much the negative effects have been stronger, but my view is people have come out much stronger after COVID because they've been resilient enough to ride the wave.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.